Hey guys, I'm back with another video on your favorite topic, which is getting paid in Trinidad and Tobago and getting paid online, period. All right, I've gotten countless questions and comments, and I appreciate all of the feedback and all of the questions because it lets me know what is on your mind since my last video. Well, not my last video, but my last video related to the payments aspect of things, which is how to get paid using PayPal in Trinidad and Tobago. So here is my update. Since then, right, what you would use would be a JMMB Visa card, right? Let me go get it. You know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother to get it. Because for those of you who are familiar with me, my brand, and follow me on Instagram, listen to my podcast, you would know that I'm a mom. So I'm really just trying to slip in this piece of content for you guys because it has been on the queue waiting for me to get this done. So we're going to just roll with it, and done is better than perfect. And I will embed this video into my blog, and the blog is where I get to easily update things by just editing, text, and I can update, whereas video is a lot more work and, timing that goes into it. So at the point in time, the JMMB card was not working for some people, but since then, I've just come to the conclusion that it was a glitch at that point in time back in April. And honestly, it's not because you did not know what you were doing or anything like that. I have a friend, and she specifically had an issue, and we spoke about it. And she was having issues with withdrawing her PayPal funds to her JMMB bank account. But then 24 hours later, she clicked withdraw and it worked. So something funny was happening around then. So it's a combination of there was some bit of a glitch back in April, and a combination of some people just didn't know how to activate the settings correctly, which I may do a video walking you through that at some point. But today I just want to give you the lowdown on Visa debit cards, because it can be quite confusing which cards could do what and which cards can do that thing not at all. So first up, if you are based in Trinidad and Tobago and you want to use PayPal, yes, PayPal works here as of today, August 18th, it still works. What you need to do is use your JMMB bank account, but you're not, because JMMB is not a US bank account, you are not going to use the US bank account feature in the back end of your PayPal. When you log into your PayPal and you want to connect, there's the option to connect bank account or connect card. You are going to be using your JMMB card, right? So I don't have that card here with me, but I'm going to use this as an example, right? So there's the details here at the front of the card. That is what you're going to be entering, because you cannot withdraw to a MasterCard. It must be a Visa, and you can use credit or you can use debit, but we recommend, or we like to recommend, best practice, you want to connect a debit card that is tied to like a real physical bank account, and not just adding credit to your credit card, because that doesn't really give you cash in hand, right? That cash just goes to your credit card and it just goes towards your payments, right? But you want to actually receive your money in an account, in a physical form. So when you withdraw funds from your PayPal, that US dollar, to your TT local account, which is your JMMB account in this case, the money will automatically convert to TT if it's a TT denomination account, or if you have a US bank account, a US denomination as in US currency, at JMMB, well, then it's going to stay in US. So if that is of a concern to you and you want to keep your US in US, then you want to open a US dollar account, right? If it's TT, it's going to convert. Just something to note. All right, so JMMB has Visa Debit. Now, the benefit of this Visa Debit account at JMMB, it is not tied to Lynx, right? They are on their own independent network. Lynx has their own set of rules that the banks are abiding by. And I'm not going to get into the politics of that, but the point is JMMB had Visa Debit long before Scotiabank and FCB, long before we started the rollout in Trinidad and Tobago, where we are moving away from the regular Lynx to now Lynx Visa Debit. Like, this is really important. There's a difference between the Lynx Visa Debit and a regular Visa Debit. Now, the standard way of doing things in the world is debit cards, Visa debit, MasterCard debit. It seems that only here in Trinidad, we seem to be enslaved to this Lynx logo that has, it's, in my opinion, it's very outdated. Since 2009, when I understood and I entered into the world of online business and, finding workarounds to use PayPal, I realized that Lynx is useless, right? It's only good for interbank transactions at the ATMs and the point of sale machines in an offline capacity. But as of last year, and it's been in the works for a couple years now in the back end, that they were making this move towards Visa debit cards, right? So that is the JMMB card. Let us move on to Scotiabank debit, Visa debit, which is part of the Lynx network and is considered a Lynx Visa debit card. Now, Scotiabank cards work online. Yes, you can shop online and pay for stuff online with your Scotiabank Visa debit card, but here's the catch: locally. All right, you can use it online locally. So, for example, if you want to do a TT ride share, you can pay with your you can pay for your TT ride share rides with a Scotiabank Visa debit card, right? You can use your regular bank card if you are with Scotiabank. You can purchase your B-Mobile top-up. You can purchase Digicel top-up. You can pay for things online. If you are purchasing from a small business owner with an online business, with a website, or even if they don't have a website, but they are using WePay as their payment gateway, you can use your Scotiabank card to pay for things at other places. Anything that is within the local framework, you can use your Scotiabank card online, which takes me on to now this baby right here, or not so much because it disappointed me. As an FCB customer, I decided to wait. Instead of jumping ship and going over to Scotiabank, I decided to wait. Like, I came this close. I went in, I inquired, and I was about to jump on Scotiabank. And because from my inside sources and information, I knew that FCB was going to be the next bank, the second bank to roll out their Visa debit card. So it's like, okay, great. Well, I'm already with FCB. I'm going to wait so that I can have the same benefits that the Scotiabank customers have. Lo and behold, I did up an invoice using WePay to myself. I tried to pay with this card. It doesn't work. I tried to buy top up at Digicel. It doesn't work. I inquired and they confirmed with me it does not work. And I expressed my disappointment in the fact that why is it? Because it doesn't make any sense, right? Technically, it can work if the banks wanted to. Scotiabank, you can use your card online locally. Whereas with the First Citizens card, it only works in an offline capacity, which means I go to the ATM, I go to pay for something at, let's say, Super Farm or any point of sale business, can push it in the machine. It has to be in a physical capacity and it can't work online. And that's very disappointing because in this day and age of 2020, we shouldn't have to be going through this, one. Two, in the day and age of this pandemic and social distancing, we want to have the convenience to just pay with things straight from our bank account online, pay your bills with the Scotiabank card or any Visa debit card or credit card. You can pay your WASA bill, you can pay your TN Tech bill. Like, I want to be able to do that straight from my bank card without needing a credit card. This isn't about being able to qualify for a credit card. No, I don't want to have to need a credit card. I don't want it. I should be able to be empowered enough to be able to pay for things straight from my bank account via the Visa debit capacity. Yeah, I'm really passionate about this because I've been waiting years for this, only to tell me that the bank has blocked the card. I mean, it's a terrible move because from a competitive advantage perspective, like, come on now. Come on now. That is nothing more than short-sighted. It's extremely short-sighted and it's completely backward, which, you know, it's almost as though Trinidad does not fail to always do something as just as you think something is simple, it's not simple. So I have two, right? I have two. One for business and one for personal. And for the record, you do not get cards. You do not get cards if you're a limited liability company. If you're registered as a sole trader, you'll get a card. Let me just put that out there before the comments come in. So what are your options? Your options are get a JMMB bank account. And the second option, if you are with FCB and you have the new cards or you are going to get the new card anytime soon, definitely write them, complain. The more of us that lodge official complaints of what we would want as customers, then things are going to change. I am hopeful that this is an oversight, I'm hoping, and that the card eventually does work to shop online locally. And I'm emphasizing on locally because I know how we are. We love to shop online at Amazon and, you know, internationally, but this is great for small businesses. This is great for local e-commerce solutions. This is great for our economy because this is the age that we are in. We are in a digital age. That's the facts. And we're in a pandemic and we have to social distance, and many people have to adapt their business to an online framework. And with that online framework, we need a way to pay each other online. All right. So if you do happen to have, which apparently there are other people who have US bank accounts, it's not just me. If you have a US bank account, you know, the world is yours for the taking. There are no limitations. And, you know, the US bank account works just like, well, I should say that the JMMB bank account works as though you have a US bank account. But I am happy to have this because I feel as though when it comes to finances and banking and online payments, when it comes to the Trinidad space, it's always ever changing. And, you know, this always has the most freedom. And second, that works really well. Well, to me, this is first, the US bank account. Then second choice, which would be first choice for most people residing in Trinidad and now setting up their online payments is your JMMB Visa debit card. I'm gonna insert this somewhere when I'm editing the Visa, JMMB Visa debit card. So notice how the JMMB Visa debit card, right, does not have the Lynx logo on it. That's why you get the freedom to shop online, both locally and internationally with this card. But I don't want you all to be focusing on shopping online, because this content is geared towards business owners who want to make money and receive payment. We want to make our own US dollars, okay? And we just want to be able to exchange our goods and services virtually and just get paid online without having to meet anyone. All right, so here it is again. And there's no links to the back like this one. And then the Visa debit card that just came out is from First Citizens Bank, which there really isn't much to say besides the fact that it could work, but it doesn't work. Just always pay special attention for that Lynx logo behind, right? These are what you consider the Lynx Visa debit cards. The Scotiabank card has the same, oops, my signature. The same, Lynx logo at the back. And that's important for you to know, because a lot of business places still haven't gotten with the program. So as soon as they see Visa, they get a bit jittery for some reason. And I went to the Chinese restaurant, and I whipped out my card to pay, and she was like, "You don't have Lynx?" I was like, "It's a Lynx. Look at the back. It's a Lynx." I don't know why it happens, but let them know that it's a Lynx Visa debit card. Just emphasize on Lynx and they tend to relax. So I just broke it down for you, and I'm going to do a blog post, so you can check the blog post if for some reason you're a little bit confused. I'm just going to break it down into like a little graph or a diagram or something where what you can't and can't do to make it super, super simple. So yeah, definitely go if you are not with JMMB, and this is not sponsored. I wish they would sponsor me. We do a lot of work out here. But yeah, this is the bank you want to sign up with if you want to link it to PayPal. This is the one. Either this, JMMB in Trinidad, or if you have a US bank account, you can use that, right? Someone actually asked me if they could use it, and yeah, you can use it, and you don't have to worry about FATCA. FATCA is for US citizens. So if you're not a US citizen, you don't need to worry about FATCA, okay? So, all right, so that is it on everything you need to know about Visa debit cards in Trinidad and Tobago as of August 18th. Who knows, next week it might change and the First Citizen card might work online. These things are ever changing. This space of payments, it's a very fluid space, and it's always changing, and there's always a new game changer. And it's going to continue to be interesting as we navigate through these pandemic times and these times where we have to social distance. So if you have any questions, leave them below. I'm going to follow up this video with more frequently asked questions on the aspect of payments. I've been getting a ton of frequently asked questions, so I'm going to do a separate video to answer your questions on things like, do we have Cash App? You're going to have to tune in for the next one to find out the answer to the question. So if you have any more questions, I know that many times you might have sent in a question, left a comment. The fastest way to get on to me is to send me an email at cassie@cassiemorena.me. Check out the blog. You can check out and see if I've answered this question before. And really the best way to get your problem solved is to book a consultation. And if you want to know how to book a consultation, definitely get in touch at the email in the description that I just mentioned, which is cassia@cassiamarina.me. And if you want to get to know more about me, who I am, what I do, definitely go to my website, which is cassiamarina.me. I'm fondly known as the branding queen, and I help you build your business online, from your branding to the systems to launching online. And this is where the payments part of things is a crucial step. And the fact that you are watching this content regarding payments, that means you either have a business or you have a means of getting paid online and you want to know how to receive your payments. So you definitely want to book a consultation with me so that I can really help you solve your problem specifically, because there's only so much that I can help in a